Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm going to show you how to make your Windows 7 run faster. You simply want to first start off. The first thing we're going to do is delete any unused shortcuts or icons off the desktop, like these for example. You want to right click and hit delete. We're going to hit yes. And we're going to empty out the recycle bin. So we're going to move on. The next thing we're going to do is run CCleaner, which is a free program from Puriform. So the first thing we're going to start off by doing is click Analyze. And once the analysis is complete, we're going to go ahead and run the cleaner. Then we're going to run the cleaner again until it's fully complete. Then we're going to go head over to the registry. We're going to scan for issues. It's going to take a bit, so just bear with it. Okay, once that's done, we're going to go to fix selected issues, and it's going to ask you if you want to back up changes to the registry. We're going to click no, and we're just going to go to fix issue. Usually you'll see a lot of old registry entries, and you want to go to fix all issues if that option's available. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close out. The next thing we're going to do is head over to run Aslogics disk defrag, which I'm about to get to in a minute, or seconds, whatever, how long it takes me to get there. And we're just going to click yes. And this is a good third-party defragging program. But if you want the more advanced version, you'd probably got to pay. And you want to click right there where it says defrag, click this little arrow. You want to go to analyze first. And it's going to prepare the drive. It's probably going to take a few minutes to analyze, depending on what's on your hard drive. Took like 17 seconds, it says. Well, let me stop that. Then we're going to go ahead over to this little arrow, and if you're not going to fully use it, we're going to go ahead right here where it says defrag and optimize, which is we'll go ahead and stop that right now since we're doing a video, because that's going to take all day anyway. You may want to let that run for a few minutes or so if you're not going to be on the computer. That would be the most recommended option. And we're going to head over to my computer. You want to go to right there where it says local disk C. Right click and go to properties. Right there where it says allow indexing. Right there where it says allow files on this drive that have contents to be indexed. We're going to uncheck that, and you want to go click apply, and you want to go to where it says apply changes to C only, C drive only. Back now, since I put my indexing back. So what we're going to have to do is go to system properties. You can simply by going type it in your search box, or instead we're going to go to right click my computer and go to properties, or you can hold down the Windows key and pause break. So what we're going to do is, with where it says advanced system settings, and under performance we're going to disable some visual effects. See, if you're going to use like the arrow theme, we're going to disable like all the where it said disable animate controls elements inside windows, animate windows when maximizing and maximizing, animations in the taskbar and start menu. And enabling arrow peak is like that, which is next to where the date and time is. If you use arrow peak, you could probably leave that option there. Oh, wait a minute. This is what arrow peak does. But you can disable that if you want, if you're not going to use that. If you're just going to use that for show desktop. And you can leave, if you want it to look completely attractive, you can leave the enable transparent glass. Enable desktop composition. But if you enable that, that's going to give you like the entire arrow theme. But if you don't like the Windows 7 basic style, so we can go ahead and leave that back. We can disable fade or slide menus or fade out. Show shadows under menus and mouse pointer. We can uncheck that. Show thumbnails instead of icons. We can always uncheck that. This is all it does. Showing, at least I'm showing y'all guys a demonstration. Use translucent rectangle. We can uncheck that. We may want to leave show contents while dragging. We can uncheck that one right there where it says slide open with combo boxes. Now we can leave smooth edges of screen fonts. We can disable smooth scrolling. This is if you want to make it partly attractive. But if you don't want them all, if you don't have the intentions of needing arrow, you can always select the adjust for best performance, which the main thing is going to do is revert your theme to Windows Classic. But it doesn't always have to be Windows Classic. As you see how, but if you want it to look completely a little bit attractive, but here's the following you may want to re-enable. Instead of having adjust for best performance, you want to enable smooth edges of screen fonts for the clear type. You may want to enable use visual styles again on windows and buttons, and these last two right here. Use drop shadow for icon label on the desktop. You may want to leave that one. As you see, that doesn't. You may want to also enable desktop composition. And you may want to enable. See what else we. Well, let's go ahead and move on. But if you're not a big fan of the arrow theme, I got a better solution we can show you. The Windows 7 Basic. By scrolling down into your personalization, you just simply right click on the empty space of the desktop and you want to go to personalization. And you can always change it there if you want to, if you just want the want it to look basically attractive. But note one thing, it will not make it even faster. It's going to, but if you want it even faster, I would mostly prefer going to the Windows Classic theme, which uses less memory. But keep in mind, using any theme, including the Windows 7 basic theme, ain't gonna make it really fast. And what we're going to do is going to go ahead and remove unused programs off the computer by simply going to Control Panel. You want to go to where it says Uninstall a Program. It's going to show you all the programs that are currently installed on your hard drive, like any type of bloatware. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now and take off certain programs I don't use, and I'll get back to you. Now I'm back. Since I removed some programs, found another thing you can do to make Windows run. What else you can also remove that you don't want on your computer? By going to turn on Windows features on or off. And when this window comes up, I'm going to show you what you can remove and what to keep. If you use the games, like all the standard games that come with Windows, you can uncheck that. You can uncheck Internet Explorer if you can do it with version 8 or 9. You can simply just untick it right there. You can uncheck that. If you're not using Internet Explorer, if you're using like Firefox or Chrome, and if you don't have the need of gadgets, you can always remove that. And if you're using tablet PC component, we can uncheck that, which I'm going to show you in demonstrations. And you can even remove Windows Media Player if you don't have the need. And I'm not sure nothing about these Microsoft .NET frameworks or print and document services. So we can go ahead, but if you're removing the tablet PC components, if your computer has that touch input, I would assume leave that on there. If your computer has like the touchscreen capabilities, I would not recommend removing that. So what we're going to do is click OK. Let's give it a few minutes, and it's going to ask you to reboot your computer. We're going to go ahead and reboot later, which I'm going to show you. We should get a message saying that it's ready to reboot, but we're not going to reboot because that's going to take about a minute or so. So we're going to hit restart later, and we can close on out of there. And we're going to remove some other stuff using disk cleanup. We're going to head over to accessories. We're going to go to where it says System Tools. We're going to go to Disk Cleanup. Okay, now since that's finished, we got that out of the way, I'm also hit Clean Up System Files. I'm going to pause it for this one. Since now that's picked up all the system files, and whatever it has left, we're gonna have that checked. Well, we ain't gonna get to that yet, so we're gonna go to more options. We're gonna clean up like all the system restore backups. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and click delete files, and we should be good to go. And we're gonna also disable some services by typing in services.msc, or you can do this using, hit the Windows key and R. And we can use this to disable any unused services that you don't have the intentions of needing. So despite the fact we're going to go ahead also adjust the automatic updates by going to the system properties and clicking over where it says Windows Update, and you want to go to change settings. But if you're using an SSD, I would say put never check for updates if you're using like an SSD. But if you don't want the updates to be installed automatically, like if you're getting ready to shut down your system, and we can always select the download the updates, but let me choose whether to install them, which is the better option. And right now we're going to go ahead over to the startup folder, and you want to delete any unused programs. You simply right click and you go to open. It's going to have like any programs that are in that folder. You may want to go ahead and delete those. I'm going to show you what else you can delete, disable. You want to type in start, or instead we're going to go hit the Windows key and R, type in msconfig.exe, and you want to do a selective startup. You want to go to the startup tab, and we're going to choose all of the common programs that are in the startup tab. And you can I'm going to do it like this so it'll be easier and get the video done and over with. Like any program that slows your computer down at startup. We're going to leave some of the important ones, that like my antivirus and my Facebook update and Google update. And if you're not sure, you can always see what type of command, what location that file's in. Then we're going to go ahead and click OK. We're going to hit do not show this message again and exit without restart. So that was my video on how to make your Windows 7 run faster. And if your computer has like about a gig of RAM if you're using 32-bit, or if you have 2 gigabytes of RAM using 64-bit, I'd recommend getting a memory upgrade. And if you have a hard drive that's like about 80 gigabytes or lower, I would recommend getting the minimum at least a 160 gigabyte or above. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think. And I'll also put a link in the description of some programs I use to make your Windows 7 run better, which are some really good programs, and thanks for watching.